The landslide on Brindlee Mountain in Morgan County caused a lot of damage to US 231, but some good news. Phase 1 of the repair is now complete. Over 200,000 cubic yards of loose rock was removed. The next step is Phase 2, the construction of twin bridges that will span the mountainside between Morgan City and Lacey Spring. ALDOT's goal is to complete the bridge and fully reopen the closed section of Highway 231 before December 2nd.